Hey, seventh grade, what's up? Here's your problem of the day. Make sure you are copying it down. Make sure you are writing down all these notes in your notebook because we are going to have a test coming up, and all the notes you're allowed to use on the test. So we want you to have everything in a notebook and organized, and you can kind of cheat then and look things up if you need to when we have our test, okay? So make sure you're taking notes. Hit pause, give it a try. All right, so it says change to a decimal with no calculator. That's the tricky part, right? Because it'd be easy to say this is 2 divided by 7, right? Remember, your top number always goes first, right? Now, the difference is when you do it by hand, the top number goes in the bracket. The bottom number goes outside the bracket. So numerator is first here, but it's second here. It's a little weird. So then we know we have to put a 0.00 after it, right? So we're changing this to a decimal. So our point goes straight up. And then I use my 4 steps of division. Divide, multiply, subtract, bring down. So dividing first. Will 7 go into 2? Nope. But will 7 go into 20? Yes, it goes in 7, 14, goes in twice, right? Let me go down to multiply, use the number you just wrote. 2 times 7 is 14. And we subtract. 0 minus 4, can't do it, gotta borrow. 10 minus 4 is 6. 1 minus 1 is nothing, right? Okay, bring down the next number. Then how many 7s go into 60? 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49, 56. They'll go in 8 times without going over. And I'm going to stop right there. We're only going to go 2 places after the point. All right? So 2 sevenths as a decimal is 0.28, right? What if I wanted to write that as a percent? Move it over 2 spaces. 28%. Now, the biggest mistake everyone does is they look at the numbers in the fraction and they just write 0.27. That is not the answer. All right? It'll never be the answer, but maybe in 1 fraction out of 100 it'll work. But most fractions it does not work. You have to divide it. This is how you do it with a calculator. This is how you do it without a calculator. All right? So with that being said, when do we use this? Well, we have a problem like that today. It says problems with numbers in different forms. It's our notes for today. And what we want to do is we want to change everything to a decimal. It just makes our life easier, okay? So let's take a look. It says Malik was running around the gym. If a quarter mile is 5 laps, 3.5 miles equals how many laps? Well, this would be really easy, except here we have a decimal, and here we have a fraction. So what does it say to do? Change them all to decimals. Well, this one we don't have to change, right? But this one we do. So I'm going to change that, 1/4. And we're going to do it with no calculator. Top number, numerator goes in the bracket, right? A 0.00. My point straight up. No, this answer is not 0.14. It's not going to be. So we use our 4 steps of division. Divide, multiply, subtract, bring down. Divide. Will 4 go into 1? Nope. Will 4 go into 10? Yes. 4, 8 goes in twice. Multiply, the number we just wrote. 2 times 4 is 8. 10 minus 8 is 2. Bring down the next number. And 4 goes into 20. Back up to the top. 4 goes into 25 times. So instead of 1/4, I'm going to change this to 0.25. And do it in blue, 0.25. So that makes this problem way easier. all right? So it says if 0.25 of a mile is 5 laps, so this is miles, this is laps, right? And then it says 3.5 miles equals blank laps. Well, we have to decide, where do miles go, the top or the bottom? There's miles, it goes on the top, right? So I'm going to put the 3.5 on the top. And we don't know how many laps, so I'm going to put an L for laps. Now we have to use our calculators and cross multiply. So 0.25 times L is 0.25 L, right? Just because it has a decimal doesn't mean it's any different. 3.5 times 5. Lost my calculator. Oh, there it is. 3.5 times 5 is 17.5, right? Draw our line. Same thing we've been doing. Get the L by itself. So I'm going to divide by 0.25 on each side. And then those cancel out. And the number of laps is 70. So if you wanted to go 3.5 miles, you would do 70 laps. All right, so that's all there is to this. If you have a problem that has a decimal and a fraction in it, change them both to decimals and then do it like any other problem you would do. It's easy to do decimals in a calculator. It's not quite so easy always to do fractions. So we're just going to change everything to a decimal anytime you have those mixed problems, all right? Okay, so that's it for today. Just that one problem. Guys, have a great day.